Now, I really didn't want to make this video, but I really need to address some issues in today's workforce. So without further ado, let's get into this video. I want to start off by saying I work at a warehouse. And while I know there's been countless videos here on YouTube talking about the mistreatment of employment or staff members at warehouse facilities, but this story right here doesn't start off how you would think it would. I start off loving this job. I learned all about the techniques I would need to, properly stack a pallet, all the software that I was going to utilize, and the hours worked out really good. And the hours still do work out. The staff is still great. So why am I making this video, might you ask? Well, the issue therein doesn't lie with the warehouse job. It's today's workforce in general. I noticed that today I was at work and a coworker pulled me to the side and was like, you need to work on this and this and this and this because you get this and this and this wrong. And he went on about his way. And while corrective criticism really isn't a problem, actually it does the opposite. It helps us to grow. It helps us to be better. I'm all for constructive criticism. If there's anything that I can do better, I want you as my coworker or supervisor to tell me so I can improve on these matters. If I'm constantly being either scolded or pulled to the side or told I'm making this mistake every single day from Monday to Thursday or Monday through Friday, that makes me feel like I'm not a good fit or a good candidate for this in particular position. It happens to a lot of people who go out looking for a job that's not in their career field just because they need to make some money to make ends meet. I called a friend of mine and he works in Philadelphia, right? And he works for a warehouse. Ironically, go figure, right? Every other day is them giving him either some constructive criticism or scolding him for something he did wrong. How about we turn this whole situation around, ladies and gentlemen, employers, supervisors? I want you to listen in close. Why not try to, give somebody a round of applause for the good that they do? Why not applaud your employees for the good that they do? How fast they're learning the job, how they show up on time, how they treat their fellow coworkers, how they respect you. How about you applaud them on those matters instead of saying, okay, you're getting this wrong, this wrong, this wrong, this wrong. And don't get me wrong, no one likes to be talked to like a baby. I really don't think holding someone's hand as if they're a toddler and say, you did a good job today, yay. No, I'm not asking for that. And no one else is asking for that. But if you're going to constantly let me know the wrong I'm doing, how about you give me, a little bit of applause for the good I do? How quick I learned how to operate a forklift. How quick I learned how to properly stack a pallet. How quick I learned how to manage my own workload after I was on a job for about a week. And I'm not just speaking for myself. I'm speaking to people who are new to a job outside of their career niche. Meaning, say for example, you went out to become a lawyer, right? And you're still going to school to become a lawyer, but right now you need a job to meet ends meet, and you work at a fast food restaurant or a retail store, or you work at a hospital, and you're just being scolded for every little thing, or you're being pulled to the side, and you're being talked to for every last little detail. It makes people feel as if, oh man, I see why you guys have a high turnover rate. I see why nobody wants to work for you guys. I see why this and I see why that. It makes it harder on you as a supervisor, because if one employee is constantly being scolded, don't you think they're going to go back and spread word of mouth about this in particular company? Employees are a dime a dozen to most supervisors, but no one wants to go through the leaps and the bounds of training somebody. After 30 days, they up and quit because they can't handle the work, or they're constantly being scolded. What I'm alluding to, ladies and gentlemen, employees and employers, what I'm alluding to in this video, we need to do better. And for real, don't get me wrong, I'm not perfect in any way. I'm still just a regular guy in my job. Just the average Joe, I'm bound to make a few mistakes. I'm bound to, mess up a few things. But it's a trend that I'm noticing. There's so many videos on YouTube that talks about warehouse jobs, why I quit my 9 to 5, why, I'm never going back to a 9 to 5 ever again, and all this other stuff. I get it. The nonsense and the BS comes down the crapshoot. I get it, supervisors. I truly do. I have a few friends who are supervisors themselves. I understand. You can only give someone so much leeway. But in-house, let me break down what I mean by that. In-house, meaning inside of your facility which you manage, you can give someone a little grace. Doesn't the Heavenly Father give you grace when you mess up? And doesn't He bless you when you do good? Why then can't you take a few minutes out of your day to see how this one in particular employee who is struggling at this job is trying their best to appease you? Say, hey man, fantastic job today. Yeah, you might be a little behind, getting this work done, but you know what? Never mind that. Do the best you can. I'm proud of you. That took, a few seconds? Literally took me a few seconds to say that. And I'm practicing that line, saying that and whatnot. I'm not really saying it to anyone in particular, not even to myself, but at the end of the day, supervisors, we got to do better. If you cannot handle being a supervisor, then I advise you step down. Oh, I know you're not going to do that. The pay is too good. The benefits are too good. You've been with this company for a while. You like them benefits, don't you? Okay, cool. This employee that you hired, they may be doing it for the money, or maybe because they enjoy the work that they do. Maybe they enjoy the job. They enjoy being employed there. In today's modern workforce, let's learn to give each other a little grace. No one wants to commute to work anymore. 2020 showed us that we could work from home and we didn't have to deal with nosy coworkers. We didn't have to deal with nagging coworkers or nagging supervisors or supervisors that harass us for every last little thing. We got to work from home, and it was a beautiful feeling for a lot of us. It revealed to us as employees what we didn't have to really put up with. For some, it was a breath of fresh air to just get up, take a shower, say their prayers for the day, glorify God, clock in, work their little hours on a computer, take a lunch break, watch their favorite shows on Netflix, eat a bowl of cereal, or go for a walk around the community, or work out for about half an hour to an hour and come back to work feeling refreshed. Or some people would even take a nap and come back to work feeling refreshed. 2020 revealed that we didn't have to put up with a whole lot that we putting up with now. So let's learn to give each other a little grace. Also, employees, let me talk to you. You don't always have to complain about every last little thing. Your coworker can be giving you some constructive criticism. I'm somebody that can handle constructive criticism. But when I was scrolling through YouTube after my coworker, told me that little tidbit of information today, I scrolled through YouTube and I seen so many why I quit my 9 to 5 without me even looking. It's on my timeline, ladies and gentlemen. It's on my feed. Literally so many why I quit my job, why I'm never going back to a 9 to 5. My warehouse job sucks. Forget this warehouse job. And it blows my mind. It blows my mind. Let's give each other a little grace in the workspace. We're all out working our butts off. We're working our backs off. Everyone's tired. Everyone's tired. At the end of the day, we just want to go home to our families, our pets, our significant others. Or if you don't have any of that and you just live by yourself, you just want to go home and watch your shows or work out or play your video games. And you just want to chill out. You want to mellow out. All that workplace stress is uncalled for. If I got to keep it a stack. Let's give each other a little grace. Employers, start applauding your employees for the good that they do. Don't just yell at them. The higher ups called me today, and it's all down the crapshoot. So you guys got to do this. I get it. It's stressful being a supervisor. I get it. I've trained a few people at a job I used to work at. But at the end of the day, give somebody grace. If they're new, give them grace. If they haven't been there 3 to 6 months, give them some grace. They'll learn as they go along. Employees, do the best you can. Don't quit that job simply because somebody said seemed like criticism, but it's constructive criticism to help you grow, help you do better as you go along with this company and this corporation. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I love you guys. I thank you all for tuning in. I do apologize for not having this video out sooner, as I just got off of work. That's why I made this video. Yeah, let's give each other some grace. I love you guys, and I'll see you on the next one. God bless. Peace.